Sumit Nagal was born on August 16, 1997, in the small town of Jammu, located in the northern part of India. From a young age, Nagal showed a keen interest in sports, with tennis capturing his attention early on. Growing up in a family that was not particularly involved in tennis, Sumit's introduction to the sport came through his local coaches and community courts. His natural talent was immediately apparent, and he quickly began to develop his skills in the game. Nagal's early years were marked by a relentless pursuit of excellence in tennis. He took part in various local and regional tournaments, beginning his competitive journey in the Indian junior tennis scene. His success in domestic competitions helped him gain the attention of prominent tennis coaches in India, and by the age of 14, Nagal was already on his way to national recognition. At the age of 15, Nagal moved to Delhi to train at the Rishikesh-based tennis academy, where he was able to hone his game under the tutelage of experienced coaches. His commitment to the sport saw him travel frequently across the country for training camps and tournaments. By 2012, Nagal was a regular participant in the All India Tennis Association (AITA) tournaments, where his skills and performances started to gain momentum. The transition to professional tennis. In 2013, Sumit Nagal made the decision to take his game to the next level and compete in the international tennis circuit. Initially, he played on the ITF Futures Tour, which is considered the first step in the journey toward the ATP Tour. Nagal's transition from junior to senior tennis was not easy, as he had to adjust to tougher competition and higher physical demands. However, his aggressive baseline game, strong forehand, and determination made him stand out among his peers. In the early years of his professional career, Nagal struggled to find consistency but managed to gain valuable experience on the Futures and Challenger circuits. During this period, he steadily began to improve his ATP ranking, establishing himself as one of India's most promising young players. By 2015, he was firmly placed within the top 1,000 ATP rankings, a significant achievement for a young player making his way up the ranks. Nagal's breakthrough came in 2016, when he reached the final of the ITF Futures event in Nepal, a feat that marked the beginning of his rise on the international stage. Despite losing in the final, the experience proved invaluable and spurred him on to greater achievements. His performances during this period also caught the attention of tennis scouts, who noted his potential to make a name for himself on the ATP Tour. Career peak. The Grand Slam breakthrough. Sumit Nagal's career peak came in 2019, when he made a splash on the ATP Tour with his memorable performance at the US Open. After receiving a wildcard entry into the 2019 US Open, Nagal found himself facing one of the biggest challenges of his young career, playing against the legendary Roger Federer in the first round. Despite the immense pressure, Nagal gave Federer a fight to remember, losing in 4 sets, 6-4, 1-6, 6-2, 6-4, but showcasing his ability to compete with the world's best players. The 2019 US Open served as a platform for Nagal to announce his presence in the world of tennis. His ability to compete against one of the greatest tennis players of all time was a defining moment in his career and garnered attention from tennis fans around the world. Although he lost the match, his performance was seen as a testament to his talent and resilience. In fact, Nagal's performance was the best result by an Indian male player at the US Open in over a decade. His performance at the US Open also helped to propel his ATP ranking. By the end of 2019, Nagal had reached his career-high ATP ranking of world number 135, and he continued to rise in the rankings as he gained more experience and success in ATP Challenger events. Over the next few years, Nagal began to establish himself as one of India's leading players and a fixture on the ATP Tour. Main achievements. Throughout his career, Sumit Nagal has had several notable achievements that have helped him carve out a niche in the global tennis landscape. Some of his major accomplishments include US Open 2019. Performance. One of the most memorable moments of Nagal's career came at the 2019 US Open, where he made his Grand Slam debut. Although he was eliminated in the first round by Roger Federer, Nagal's competitive performance was widely praised. ITF Futures titles. Nagal won several ITF Futures titles, which helped him build his career and improve his ATP ranking. These victories were crucial in establishing his reputation as a rising star in Indian tennis. Challenger Tour success. Nagal made significant strides on the ATP Challenger Tour, where he achieved multiple semi-finals and finals, eventually winning his first Challenger title in 2020. His victory in Bengaluru, 2020, was a significant breakthrough, demonstrating his ability to win at a higher level of competition. ATP Main Tour wins. Nagal won several matches on the ATP Tour, gradually improving his performances and consistency. He competed in major tournaments, including the Australian Open and French Open, and began to establish himself as a regular competitor at the Grand Slam level. Career-high ATP ranking. In 2021, Nagal reached his career-high ATP singles ranking of world number 122, a testament to his progress and determination. His rise in the rankings was a direct result of his consistent performances and improving results on the ATP Challenger Tour. Davis Cup success. Nagal also contributed to India's Davis Cup campaigns, representing his country in various ties. His performances in the Davis Cup have been significant, and he has earned crucial wins for India in their efforts to compete at the international level. Challenges and rivalries. Despite his success, Sumit Nagal has faced a number of challenges throughout his career. One of the major obstacles for Nagal has been the tough competition on the ATP Tour, where the level of play is extremely high. As a relatively young player trying to break into the top 100, Nagal had to deal with the pressure of facing established players with years of experience at the highest levels. Another challenge has been injury management. Nagal, like many other players, has had to contend with injuries that have sometimes delayed his progress. However, his resilience and determination have allowed him to overcome these setbacks and continue striving for improvement. Nagal has developed a number of rivalries with players on the ATP Tour, including those on the Challenger circuit. As he rose through the ranks, he faced challenges from other young players like Luca Vanni, Marco Cecchinato, and Yuki Bumbry, all of whom played significant roles in his journey to the upper echelons of the sport. Final years and legacy. As of 2023, Sumit Nagal continues to fight his way through the ATP ranks. Although he has not yet broken into the top 100, his consistent performances and rising ranking suggest that he is on the verge of breaking through. His career continues to be a work in progress, but the foundation he has built in the past few years is promising for his future. Nagal's focus remains on improving his physical fitness, sharpening his game, and gaining experience at the top levels of tennis. He continues to compete in ATP tournaments and challenger events, and his goal is to secure a place in the top 100, with ambitions of reaching the second week of Grand Slam events in the near future. Looking back on his career, Sumit Nagal's contributions to Indian tennis are already significant. He has inspired a new generation of Indian players, proving that it is possible to make a name for oneself on the ATP Tour despite coming from a country with limited tennis infrastructure. Nagal's success and perseverance will undoubtedly continue to inspire Indian tennis players for years to come.